Welcome to the Kids Table, where the conversation is about fitness, but the maturity level is questionable. I'm Jen Wiederstrom.
Yeah, we know, and I'm Gunnar Peterson. We've got this down. Anyway, we invite you to pull up a chair as we talk fitness, the business of fitness, and the down and dirty systems of success.
It's informative, it's inspiring, it's where everybody wants to be.
This is the Kids Table. Today's episode is powered by Yeti and Train Heroic, the go-to platform for the go-to coaches and trainers.
What hurts you when you sit down, Ivy?
What hurts me?
Yeah.
When I sit down? My hips sometimes.
Hips. Nothing for me. I'm 27.
I thought I had to come up with an answer. That's the cancer.
No,
I'm like, she needs a good answer.
He's always complaining. It's fine.
Those are my hamstrings.
He's complaining about how handsome he is, how low his body fat is, his hamstrings.
You know, there's all those studies that say it's so much easier in life if you're good looking. I disagree.
Tell me more.
That's what they say.
How hard's your life been, Gunnar?
It's not hard.
Do you want to talk about it?
It's not. It's like a steady struggle.
It's just a steady struggle. I know we're recording, but I just want to make sure my hair's not crazy.
I feel like my hair's too freshly washed. You know what I mean by that?
Yes. That's what's happening to mine. It looks too, you want a little dirty.
I need it a little dirty.
Does that happen for boys?
Couldn't tell you.
I don't know, the head of hair on this guy.
My hair's in full retreat. It's out. It's on the way out. I saw this thing the other day. I saw an article about a new drug coming out that's going to reverse balding in men, 500% increase, doesn't change libido. It's topical application. I sent it to my wife and I go, babe, keep track of this.
This was the day Gunnar and I met in 2011. I don't think it's that much different.
No, not at all.
You don't realize such a redhead.
Yeah, full red.
Full red.
Maybe I go back to that. Maybe I dye that. I think dyeing is a little.
That's intense. That's
I don't think
a
it's
lot
that
of
different. Zooming in, we'll put that.
That's a lot of effort.
Do you know that? I think she's a comedian. Is Simona Cataldo? Do you know her? Oh,
I don't know Simona Cataldo.
You got to look her up. She's hysterical. Oh, she's hysterical. And she's like, gay bitch. She's like, if you dye your beard, you're gay. So that's why I'm not going to dye. Just because I saw her post.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here, but none in your hair. What's going on with that? Here's a list of things that men do that are fucking gay, bitch. Literally gay. Literally so fucking gay, bitch.
Okay.
I love her.
She's throwing a lot.
Not enough.
Okay. Okay.
Too much for Hugh. Do you know Hugh is a clean Hugh Hauser?
He's a clean comedian.
He's clean.
We had him on the show.
He's a clean comic.
But man, slippery when wet. I could not.
Hey now.
We could not keep up with him.
We could. We let him run.
He doesn't let you in. I mean, like you got it. You just sit there and you're the audience.
Yeah, but he's great.
He's so funny. That's a comedian for you though.
Yeah.
That's what I remember talking to him. Like I almost did this reality. Well, I guess anyway. I tried to do a reality
Too late
series
now.
for Ivy Cake.
We've all done reality shows. You're in good company.
No, but so he was in my like test sort of like.
Test group, sure.
Like he was on camera with me as I was trying to come up with a pilot, is what I'm saying. And I looked at him because I could not talk. And I was just like, you are a comedian. Like you're a stand-up comedian. Like that's what this is. Like that's what you are. And
But
he's also, and I said this to him yesterday, he's also not just a comic, he's a host.
Yeah.
And he can host comics, but he can fill.
He can hang.
He can fill in between the comics. You don't miss a beat. It's not like the host, it's not like it drops off energy-wise or comedy level-wise. He's right. He just keeps peaking. He rises to whatever level. I love him.
I love him too.
Yeah.
Speaking of peaking, you've been here for 8 minutes, and every single person in this gym is like, "Is that Ivy? Is that Ivy? Is that Ivy?"
Yeah. And they only know about the cakes. I told him. He goes, "No, I read something. She's doing something else. Didn't she sell that? What is she doing now?" So
see, it takes a minute. It takes a minute to get out there.
I know. And right before we recorded, hit record, you were starting to like glass up because you were like, "Yeah, it's really good."
Reminder.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's a good reminder for me to look back at what I've done, how much I've accomplished, and it was a really big deal to have founded Ivy Cake here in Nashville. And I forget like how many cakes went into people's homes and celebrations, like the trust that I was given because I put all this hard work in to create the recipes, like all the love went into that. And like, just to hear that even years later, it just means a lot to me.
Do you is it forgetting because you're focused driving on another business right now, and it's like what's in front of you is this, and you're not lamenting, or can you not receive the praise?
Ooh, I love your questions.
I haven't even started drinking yet.
I mean, wait till we get there. Part of it is just that I think my personality is very much in go mode, and I'm doing what's
you seem
important
like a
right
Cancer
now.
with a Virgo rising.
I hate him. I hate him.
This is so impressive.
Don't tell him anything.
Know that?
Don't tell him anything about you. He'll remember it forever, and you'll just find it flipped up into your face 10 years later.
I'll see you in an
That's how
airport.
I enter a room as I tell you my sun sign and my rising sign.
I'll see you in I'll see you on a plane in 20 years, and I'll tell whoever's working on the plane, hey, ask that lady if she's
No.
He's
Yeah, it'll feed right into my Cancer and Virgo rising.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
That's right.
I'm seen.
Gas on the fire.
So you think that the go-go personality is a part of your success?
Yeah,
drive.
I'm very much like what's in front of me, and always thinking ahead to accomplish what I want to accomplish. So I don't look back a lot.
Is it like vision? Like you're like, I know where I want to go, and you plot for that course? Or is it just...
So it depends. So with Ivy Cake and with Southbound Tequila, everything was about being in the moment and doing what I felt passionate about in that moment and creating from a very authentic place. So I had no idea I was building anything when I was doing those things.
So I got a question for you, because I wrote this in my notes.
Yeah.
Is there a world where the cakes and tequila live happily ever after, or are they...
Can we pause on tequila? Can we finish cakes?
Sorry, she brought it up.
You're going on your list. Go with the flow, Gunnar.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Be in the present.
I am
Go
in
with
the
the present moment.
But those are all top
it's
of
a great question. Yeah.
Those are all top of mind for me.
Yeah.
Well, wait, do you want me to answer his question?
So both. So you were saying for cakes, it was just in the moment. It grew probably organically with not much of a plan, is what you're kind of saying.
I had no plan.
So with Southbound Tequila, which we're gonna get into today, you're saying it was different.
It was mirroring the same thing.
Okay.
So can I tell you the story?
Go.
So, Ivy Cake came to be because I was literally I opened up a recipe book. It was a Martha Stewart recipe book. And
Hi, Martha.
Hi, Martha. I didn't do well with that recipe.
We love you.
But it was all me probably. So I followed
Tell Snoop we say hi. Sorry, keep going.
Yes, please. Would he like to try my tequila? I followed a cake recipe out of that book. It turned out terribly. And I was like, why would I trust a recipe book if it can't turn out well? Like, what's going on here? So I started to create my own recipes. And I'm a very intuitive baker. So that means like I'm not classically trained in baking. I really do go with and I'll sit there for a long time, day after day, throw things out. I don't care how much time I take.
Is it therapeutic, the baking? Is it de-stressing? Because it wouldn't occur to me to bake anything.
Yes, it being in a creative process, no matter what it is, I just happen to land with baking.
That's wild.
Is very therapeutic.
Well, and also I've always, and I don't know who else feels this way, but I've always heard cooking, pinch here, some there, baking science.
Baking is a science.
You have to be exact. And you're basically sharing it's the opposite, because you just creatively allowed that to take your creation to take over, your own intuition to take over what the Martha Stewart list was, essentially.
Well, and it really is about the devil is in the details with the balance work of baking too. Okay. So you can overmix something even if you do everything correctly. And so it was really about
problem.
That's not a bad way to overdo something. That's why I'm covering out my arms.
This is why he covers up his arms.
I don't think you want to play that game.
There's a reason.
Sorry, we love it. So devil's in the details.
Devil's in the details, and those are the things that I was comfortable sitting with to figure out. It was the details in what makes something balanced and not perfect. I don't want to say perfect, but kind of. You know what I mean? That's what makes it the special thing that it is when you.
Do you have to write it all down as you go?
I always wrote everything down, even the mistakes I kept them. I scratched out. I have a whole notebook full of scratch outs.
So you can see where you
went.
So
I can see where I went.
Yeah.
And I can
because if it turns out right and you didn't write it down, then you're grasping at straws, right?
I still to this day have to follow my recipes to this day. So anything that I have created, I'm opening up my phone and I'm following my own recipe.
I kind of love that.
Yeah.
But I do that with programming I'm like, oh, I'll have put like a red heart next to a program, like a workout that went really great for somebody. I'm like, ooh, what did I do here?
Yeah.
And I take really aggressive notes on like the range of motion, the weights used, the tempo, like everything. And I'm like, oh, that's a marker for me to replicate or play with and build upon.
Well, and you're creating something too that's yours, right? You're creating like your own masterpiece of like what works. And so same thing with creating anything in the kitchen. I think everything with the cakes and how I got into the tequila world was all about what I was willing to be curious about.
So it's so funny. I lack a lot of courage in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. And I actually use it to help me build personal confidence. Like I think I've roasted 2 chickens. One was raw and one was dry. I was like, fuck chicken. Right?
It's their fault.
Like, I'm done eating chicken.
You're not doing it right, chicken.
And I literally bought one of those old Roman ovens, the terracotta covered, like just because you basically can just leave it for hours and forget it and you can't ruin it because it's it's like a slow cook of chicken or roast. But the point is I thought, man, you're walking in there with, is it determination? Is it courage? And then you said curiosity. I'm like, maybe it's just allowing ourselves to be more curious in the areas that we want to build competency in.
Yes.
And that's
what I love about the kitchen in that way is that it's yours and you're not performing.
Yeah.
You're not having to show your failure.
Well, you know what also
occurred
to me too? I'm like, if you mess up, you can just order pizza.
Exactly.
Like I was like, it's like, I'm not going to starve. I have cheese and crackers in my house at all times. I'm like, I'll be okay tonight. But it's interesting. I still get a little stuck, Ivy. What kept you from getting stuck in that creation cross-off process?
Because I wasn't answering to anybody. I really wanted to.
But who's your test audience?
With what?
With anything. When you're baking and you go, oh, I changed Martha's recipe and I put this instead and you made those notes and it comes out and you like it. You can't be focus group of 1. You must have to.
Oh, that's when I took my first cake to work. And the response I got, I thought it was great. And the only reason why I brought it to work is because I knew it was great. I mean, they didn't get the first 40.
What was your day job at the time?
Oh my gosh, I had so many day jobs. My first job was, I think I worked, the first job I took a cake to was a startup company called MD to Patient that only lasted a year. I felt so bad. They lost so much money. But I was the receptionist.
Oh, great.
So I brought my cake there. And when people ate it, they were like, who made this cake? That was who made this cake? I'm like, Monica from Friends.
Yeah. And what's the timestamp on that cake? Like 2000?
2000.
Oh, see?
2000.
Good shit takes time.
And also, it's before cakes and cupcakes were cool.
Oh yeah, remember when the sprinkles hit, right? So this is pre-sprinkles, right? When did sprinkles make their splash? When did sprinkles become a thing? Not when they had the vending machines, but when it became. Used to see them in LA and they were lines.
Sprinkles, Susie cakes. They started to get really big.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about sprinkles until after I had started my company.
But remember, sprinkles hit because Oprah made a reference and they went bananas.
Yeah, my memory of a popular cupcake place was Magnolia's because of Sex and the City. And I was already doing cakes. And the reason why I did cupcakes is because of that viral. Well, I don't know anything was called viral at that point, but
yeah, I know, right?
It got very popular and I had to start making cupcakes, but I'd already developed the cakes.
Okay.
So I was ready.
Yeah.
I was ready for the hit of the industry.
Okay.
So that was in year 2000. When I was already working on something. And I think that's the part when I say intuitive, it's much bigger too. It's like the trust we have in ourselves when we're like connected to something to want to like really tap into creativity with something. We have to trust ourselves knowing that there's like something to that. There's a reason why that we don't even know about.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I didn't know that the cupcakes were going to be all the rave. I knew that the reason why I was so fascinated with opening up a recipe book and creating a cake is because number one, it was easy. It was in my kitchen and I could do it anytime. I'd never tried a cake before. And honestly, I had never found a cake that I was like, this is the best ever. I think people made box cakes mostly. You know what I mean? Like if you ever had a cake. So I really wanted to know what does it take to make a great cake. So it was just personal discovery.
You said curiosity.
Yeah.
What's the guy's name that music producer? It's the long white beard. Worked with Jay-Z.
Ruben.
Rick Rubin. He had came out with a book, I think, about a year ago, and it's so interesting. You said something about like something's out there beyond you, and you're picking it up. And there's a paragraph or a chapter in his book that talks about like we're all antennas, and this information's coming down. Yes. If you don't tap into it, someone will.
Yes.
And it's this idea that really encourages you to take action, even when there might be doubt, even when you might not be able to see the pathway, even the leap Gunnar took to come into Nashville. I think about when he initially did that, people were like, what are you doing? And now, like, to me, I'm like, how did he know that this is where he needed to be for your life, for your daughter, for your family? Like everything feels like by design, divine design, if you're asking me, especially with Monroe. And it's like, but you've got to be able to listen, because if you don't do it, someone's gonna.
Yeah.
And so it's cool that you just said, I'm going to do this. So do you feel that same antenna or algorithm, what do you want to call it, with the tequila now? So
yes, okay.
You just said it mirrored.
An easy transition to talk about tequila is that once I started my business, like Ivey Cake, up and running, busy, like I couldn't really spend time being creative anymore. I was running payroll, learning how to like hire people, dealing with like HR and things like that. I crave creativity. I crave like creating something. So I would come home.
You got like pulled into the back office. You're like, I want to be with the dough. I want to be cooking.
So your creativity got kind of put on hold, or
it got
squashed?
Put on the back burner. Yeah. And so what I would do is I would come home and I would perfect the margarita recipe, because you know why?
And I started drinking.
Then I started drinking heavily.
By the way, can we break? You brought some bottles with you, can't we? Can we put them out on the table?
Let's put them out. Oh, and I brought some recipe cards for you guys too, because the reason why I created this tequila, and I'll tell you. Okay, so I started trying to perfect the margarita recipe, because every time I would go to a restaurant or a bar, I would try the margarita and it would be like always a little off balance, you know, like too sweet, too tart. The tequila wouldn't make me feel great. So I started playing around with the balance in a margarita. There we go. There she is. That is the longest aged one. So we're going to end with that one. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
But you know what's funny? Think about this. There was a cupcake wave, right?
There was.
And then there was a tequila wave, because those were both things that weren't always at the forefront. Tequila wasn't always a go-to drink. It was always something else. And then tequila had a moment and is having a huge moment.
Yeah, especially the premium category. Yeah.
Right. That's what, And so funny to me that you are leading the charge or in the hunt, in the category, you're in the peloton of that, right?
Yes.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah. You know, and when I was shopping for tequila, what I was trying to do was just find my go-to brand. I was creating, margarita recipes. What tequila am I going to use?
Through margarita. When you say margarita recipe, you lose me at recipe. But like, I'm like, isn't it like triple sec lime juice and tequila? Go. But now I want to hear, it's got to be like, that's got to be the foundation. So now I want to hear, when you say a recipe, obviously you're putting some spins on it, some creativity to it. I want to hear that. I'm not
changing any of those ingredients.
I still have the college guy mentality. I'm like, we're out of that. Well, what's in the fridge? Put that.
I feel like I've told the story in the podcast before, but like we're big tequila drinkers. And so when he mentioned you'd be coming, and he'd been telling me about Southbound for a while, this is when during the pandemic, and Jess and Gunnar took me in, like I was kind of displaced for a little bit. And we were in his theater room watching Expendables 2.
Yep.
Like with the volume at a level
up
that was inappropriate for it was just me and him in there, like two people in seats, like pretty knocked up in tequila, and Jess comes down. She's got two kids kids were 3 and 1 maybe, and she's like, "You guys, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing up?" We're like, sorry, because we went through bottle after bottle and whatever. We're like, he's like, I don't know, open another one, and we just went through tequila soda.
We're trying different ones, through
the night. So we weren't really mature in our.
No.
Did you sleep well that night?
And definitely,
I don't remember.
Definitely no recipes.
I had a good time.
So you don't usually drink cocktails, Gunnar, right?
No,
because you love
because my fat boy mentality is, I don't do those extra calories.
Yes.
I'll just go straight up.
So the tequila that I created is, my tagline is taste the intention. I'm a very intentional person in general in life. And what I really wanted was for the tequila to cater to the people that love elevated cocktails in a mindful sort of way, not the college day stuff, right? But it's also curated for people that love to sip tequila. And what I was finding when I was shopping for tequila was that I had to choose a brand for one and another brand for the other purpose. So it's like, if you want to make, back then, and even now I feel like it's like, if you want to make a margarita, you got to pick a well tequila. And that means it's lower in quality, right? But if you want to sip tequila, you got to pick a different brand, but you better not ever mix that brand into a cocktail.
Right.
I did not understand why I couldn't find one brand that would be made premium that could be meant for both.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you go top shelf across the board?
Well, don't you think that's where even your drinking intentions have gone? Like, I used to be a bit of a bruiser. Like, I mean, I would have 3 cocktails before I went to my friend's house to have another cocktail before I went out to the bars. Yeah. And now I think, like, even where we have dinner tonight, I'm like, I want a great cocktail to start my night. I never used to think that way. Yeah. Because now I just want a few versus 10.
I don't necessarily want a cocktail. I just want to know that what I'm having is a certain quality.
Well, I feel a difference, don't you?
Exactly.
Like, don't you feel a difference in the quality of the
but I used to hear people say that when you're younger, you don't, I didn't suffer from being hungover or feeling less sharp or not having my edge. I was like, I'm bulletproof at that age. But as you get older, you shorten your sleep, you have more pressures in real life. And then all of a sudden you go, I don't want something that's going to make me take a dive the next day. I don't want something
Time is precious. Energy is precious. Yeah. Well, I feel like most of my friends that were shopping for tequila were like, Ivy, what do you, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to pick out. Right. That's kind of all across the board. People
especially
are
in the tequila world.
In the tequila world, there's so many.
Yeah. Well, there's so many. And there's a lot made with like a lot of fillers and a lot of like,
a
lot of kind of garbage in them. Right. And it doesn't, you pay for it.
Yeah. And my messaging,
I mean, like physically, not financially.
Yeah. Well, and financially too. Like when you say like, why not go top shelf
with
all
everything.
The way around? What is top shelf? Well, some of those bottles are meant to just be really flashy with the bottle, but really the inside is not anything special.
Right.
Oh my God, like the Clase Azul. I used to be like, oh, the Bell, whatever. Yeah. It's like terrible for you. Right. It's so sweet. Right. It's so sugary. It's like, and I was like, I had no idea. I just thought it was fun. And I thought it was a great party gift to bring to someone's house. And I was,
there's that mentality of like, if you spend this much money on a tequila, then you're actually getting like a really high quality product. And that's not always the case in the category. And so I wanted to create Southbound, which is high quality, going to the distillery myself, making all the choices with the master distiller, making sure that none of those corners were cut in the process.
How fun for you.
Yeah. So it's like if you make all the right choices. And then I wanted to live with the tequila for a full year, making sure that the quality held up in my personal experience.
But does the master distiller look down at you when you say I'm doing margarita recipes?
No. And the way that I went about it was I want a profile that plays well with other flavors, but I want to keep the quality premium.
So meaning because I tend to just sip on my tequila, like
That's
maybe
great.
1 cube or just neat. Yeah. And then, but like it stands on its own is what you're saying.
That is exactly right. And I wanted the price point, which means I didn't want a flashy bottle to hike up the price.
Yeah.
I wanted an everyday premium tequila. And I felt like that's what was hard to find in the category. Again, I felt like you were either having to find a lower quality that you hide into a cocktail, which I love Ina Garten. I love her saying, what kind of wine do you cook with? The kind that you want to drink. And so if I'm going to make a cocktail, I want it to be the kind of tequila that I actually want to drink.
Yeah, great analogy there, because I think a lot of people would say that's a cooking wine.
Exactly.
And you would say, I'm not cooking with something I'm not drinking.
Exactly.
So I'm not making it. So I would want the tequila that if I were to have a margarita, a lot of conditionals here, I would want that tequila to be a tequila that I would sip.
Yes, you're my demographic.
But I don't know that everybody thinks like that. I think there are people who do tequila shots.
That's right.
I think there are people who have a sipping tequila and they do that by price point.
Yes.
Right. It costs more, therefore it's a sipping. We don't shoot this. And then I think there are people who make a margarita and they don't think about it doesn't matter. It's just whatever.
They're like, put the crap in there. It doesn't matter. But I'm like, you feel that though at the end of the day. And the older I get, you know, even through my whole process, I shopped for tequila for 10 years before I finally went to Mexico and, you know, started this process myself because I still didn't have my go-to.
So you started Southbound all by yourself?
No, I have a business partner.
Okay.
This was about 4 years. So I sold Ivey Cake in 2019, right before the pandemic.
Oh, whoa.
Talk about intuition.
Yeah, right.
Was that a good thing? Because I could see that going the other way. Like if you were able to keep baking, people needed food, they needed to eat. Would you have scored huge or
but think about how many events.
Such a struggle. Yeah. I mean, I can say this because I sold it to my employee that she worked for me for 2 years. She was my head decorator and she was ready to have her own business, but she didn't want to start from scratch. So it was a perfect transaction of a business. And so I felt bad for her because she was having to deal with like the loss of, you know, the loss of people. No, people weren't really ordering.
Interesting. Yeah.
Because you guys do custom cakes from weddings to parties, right? So
walk in and grab cupcakes, just like I brought you guys today, by the way.
Oh. Hey now.
Hey.
Is this up for grabs?
Yeah. So yeah, it was a really hard year to sell to acquire a business.
You have to be able to see this because it's not like this is where, as a non-culinary,
that's art,
dude
right?
in the space, it's not. That's art.
That's art.
Yeah, that's full art.
I say, you know, a lot of you can get very pretty things visually, but a lot of times you won't get great, you know, on the inside. What is that one you got there? Confetti?
Looks like confetti. I'm trying to think of what his kids will like and not taking the ones.
Yeah, 100%. I would leave the ones for the kids.
Well, this is plain.
I mean, what do you recommend? If you know I'm a carrot cake guy, but I also am chocolate. I'm also peanut butter.
Okay, your chocolate, your peanut butter. Okay.
Chocolate, peanut butter, carrot. Those are my three go-tos, but I can do anything but coffee mocha.
Caramel?
Yeah.
Like an old-fashioned type of caramel?
Yep.
That one right there is good.
I just want to say I'm peeling off. I know we're here to talk about your tequila. I'm peeling off like the cupcake wrap. And the moistness.
The moist.
You know when you open up a cupcake and it's dry?
We don't mind it right now.
No, I don't mind it. Not when I'm talking about cupcakes.
Ironic that Hugh brought that word up yesterday.
No, Hugh doesn't like the word wad. He's like, the way you don't like moist is the way I don't like wad. That's my best Hugh impression, and it's far from good.
I want to say I just ate a pearl necklace, but that also sounds weird.
Yeah, you did. You ate a big pearl.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's edible, but are your teeth okay?
No, my teeth are fine.
Tricky. What I love right now is watching these.
Oh my God, at least these are my teeth.
These incredibly fit human beings enjoy a cupcake. I feel like that is what people need to see more of.
Do you think? I think more of them do. Most fit people do it in hiding.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
He and I are just honest about it. He and I are just honest about it. Like, there's a way to like discipline is real. The amount of days of the week that I don't have cupcakes, but then I do.
I will wash it back with the tequila, by the way.
Yeah.
With no shame and no apology.
Yeah.
Also worked out this morning.
Yeah. Are you
also saw my clients this morning.
I didn't do shit this morning.
Your hair's clean. You washed your hair. Okay. That's a big deal.
How do you know? I would never know if someone's hair is clean. Like that's.
Well, we just talked about it. I talked about how my hair was too freshly washed.
You said that, but I didn't know. How do you know?
Our hair is too clean for today.
These are
Friday
sick.
though. Well,
diabetes in a box.
We'll share. I know. I cannot prevent that.
Here's the thing.
But it's also tiny. Like what?
Little minis are, I think.
Well, what kind of damage could I have done then? And I don't. That's
nothing.
Rhetorical.
Yeah.
But you didn't get over yourself. It's not a big deal to have a cupcake or a tequila. Like this was actually the genesis. Not that we're getting off your story, but this was the genesis of the podcast.
Yes.
We get so tired of the hypocrisy in the fitness world. I'm not eating. I don't do this. Dude, you did mushrooms. You did edibles. You do drink. You can talk about it. It's all right to strike that balance. And I know there are some that are outside, right? There are the people on the far side and the people on the other side. But as a rule, a lot of people in the fitness industry indulge, whether it's with this or alcohol or whatever their thing is. And I just said, I think it's, as the older or oldest guard in the industry, and as someone who's been in the industry for a long time, it's incumbent upon us to say, it's okay. Find the balance. What is the problem?
Well, yeah. And I think that there's this self, how do I say, what do I want to say? Like, if you're beyond reproach, right? I know all the answers. I eat perfectly.
Yeah.
You create this, what is it?
But they're not, they're also.
Epitaph, what's it called? Like a fake, what's on the front of a
facade?
Not a facade, but what's in the top of a mummy's tomb?
Sarcophagus?
That's your top. I think I'm going the wrong way. Is there tequila in those cupcakes?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
No, but I'm just thinking like you create this idea like so then
a facade,
I guess.
Yeah.
But I was trying. I think where I was going is not a real word, but
a facadagus.
A facadagus.
There it is. Feels so much better now.
Don't you? But like they create this idea about themselves, so they can't be questioned, and I think it's to cover up a lot of doubt or self-confidence or the not knowing of the answers. I admit when I don't know something.
I love that.
I eat also, what I eat. We do what we do. Like, and
it's also not relatable. Nobody's that perfect. Nobody eats like that, doesn't drink like that, sleeps like that, recovers.
But people don't know that. I think going back, that's why we did this. I think there's a lot of people that have, I don't know.
So maybe they don't know it, but I think they suspect it and they want it. And I'm not saying I'm here to out it in anybody, because I honestly could care less. And the people that are hiding behind that, let them hide, let them stay there. I want to talk to the real people. I want to talk to the ones like you that and like the guys I work with here, right? That they will have a drink. They will get, they're broken down by the afternoon and they've got 3 more people and they will slam something with caffeine in it.
Yeah.
I want that honesty.
Yeah. Don't you think that started at the beginning of the time? Like Jack LaLanne, I mean, he was always honest, and Arnold drinking a beer after his Mr. Olympia. Like anybody at the top lives in both lanes. I don't think there's a way to do that, to really thrive.
Well, so when they talk about you did it perfectly, I would say perfectly, that's the word, that's shape-shifting. Perfectly means, to me, you found the balance and you could do all the things.
Yeah.
Versus I just did it. Only my macros were so perfect. My sleep was so perfect. My training was so perfect. My hydration was on point. My supplementation was on point. I would, I shun the cakes. I shun the alcohol. I'm not saying every morning I would slam one of these and wash it back with one of those. But there are times when that's the way to go. Again, not if you have a problem. I'm not.
Don't you think there's a camaraderie like in that kind of lifestyle? I think Gunnar and I bonded, yes, over Expendables 2 in his theater drinking too much, but like at Summer Strong, like he shows up with a box of like bottles of spirits
because I don't want to, because
it's like he just brings the fun.
But I'm fine to have a beer, but I know if it's going to be 2 beers or 3 beers, I'm going to feel, I don't like how I feel on that. So I go, I'm a grown up.
But like we're the ones, we shut it down with the last ones up, drinking with the youngest ones there. We're giving everybody tequila. And it's like, I think it's important to show that like you can be fit and you can have fun. And
I also did an event.
You can have it all.
I did a thing and I turned them into events. I had to do, my certification was coming up with the NSCA, and I realized I wasn't up to, by the time it was coming up, I was not going to be up to speed on my CPR. And I wrote to everybody, to like a bunch of top known name trainers and friends. And I said, hey, I don't know if you guys fall behind on this, but I do. I need to get my CPR. I can't go to a Red Cross event and do it, but I'm going to have the lady come to the gym. If you want to come by, do that. And like 6 or 7 came, and I had in the back drinks, and I didn't show it at the beginning. And after we did it, I said, does anybody want a cocktail? And we had cocktails, and it was great to see all those trainers do it. I also did an event, remember, at the house where I had Ben, Magnus, Luke, Harley. I had all these people. I said, come over to the house and bring the family and interact, and let's do something other than catch a workout together. So I like that you can go from this to that. You mean you could actually cater a kid's birthday party or my birthday party.
But it also the through line to both of your businesses is you bring people together.
Yeah. People trust me with their celebrations, And I do think this is such an important conversation, because I think the all or nothing sort of facade is not helpful
at all.
People need to work, and it takes a lifetime sometimes to work out their capacity and their, expansions and their contractions of like what they can handle in their life to create the balance. But to have like somebody that's guiding, like you two are guiding, not like show a facade of all or nothing. It's not sustainable.
Well, that's a great point though, because I also want to point out that we used one up for the, you said the silver first, right?
Silver first, Blanco.
Right. There is a I'm gonna taste neat if that's okay.
Good for you.
What's I think important to say publicly is that I struggle with my weight at times, and I know Gunnar also has a cap on his. We are very I'm speaking for you, but interrupt if you disagree. But we're very aware.
I'm not offering. I already know.
Yeah. I've got a hormone sort of week.
We're very aware of our limits, and I know for me, for my body, if I start to touch 150 on the scale or above, that's my cap.
Yep.
I know I got to get my shit together. Yes.
Okay.
So for me, that's when I go, okay, hope you've had fun, Jen.
Yeah.
What I do, as I want to cheers.
Cheers. Smell it first.
Hold on. I want to finish the statements because it's important to me.
I'm busy over here.
Okay,
my own corner.
He felt bad drinking without
I'm
me.
not at
Go
150.
ahead.
No one wants to drink.
But like, I realize that like what I do is I take that moment on the scale and I don't freak out. I say, okay, let me just peek at the last 1 week of my life. What's my sleep been like? What's my meals been like? How many times have I had dinners out? Yeah. How many times have I had like a latte for lunch? And I go, okay. Yeah. Okay. I also look at where I'm in my cycle. I'm like, okay, usually those 5 days before I drop into my period, he loves talking about my period. That's the only reason I brought it up. But I know I bump up. And so, but I look at that and I assess it and I go, okay, let's do something about it. Yes. And so then I clean it up and I use that direction. So it's not like this free for all. No. I am accountable. And I know that you are the same way where you're like, I know how my clothes are fitting. I know how I'm feeling, by energy, by sleep. And then how to kind of, it's almost like driving on a long, long road and you kind of go to the right a little bit too far. Then you kind of steer back towards the middle. You know that sound on the side of the road, like the brr, 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 brr. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I hit the bumper buzzer things. I gotta tighten up a little bit. Yes. And that's how I've lived around the same body weight for over 20 years because I realized I'm like, I just need to be responsible for that.
Ownership.
Yeah.
And it's like so empowering when you can take every sort of piece of your life and your like what you consume and like when you put yourself to bed and like what you do.
It's empowering.
But hang on.
A lot of people don't want to be honest with themselves.
It's empowering if you accept the responsibility.
That's
if
important.
you don't accept the responsibility, you don't feel empowered. And what happens is when I hear this from people all the time, you start to feel resentful and you start to feel angry. And then as those emotions marinate over time, you become downright bitter.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then you just spend your whole life blaming something, somebody, anything but yourself.
Yeah, accountability.
Do you also
wait. When I smell this, what am I looking for?
If you're a trainer looking to level up, grow your business, and actually connect with your clients, Train Heroic is the game changer that you need. I used it for years, and it was the first tech my clients actually enjoyed using. They showed up, logged the work, and I could coach them through every rep. Trusted by top coaches since 2012, plans start at just $10 a month. And you get your first 14 days for free. So head to trainheroic.com/the kids table to start your free trial now.
First of all, if it smells like most tequilas, if they don't smell good, then you don't want to drink it.
Oh, great.
No, this actually smells like it opens me up. I feel
I
honestly feel, and I know the senses are connected, but I feel like when I'm smelling it, I felt like I was tasting it.
So yeah, when you smell that cooked agave like you do, you know that you've gone through a great process in that tequila. So you smell that cooked agave. Now, on the palate, it's going to be a little bit different because we're not a super sweet tequila. Okay. We have more of the lowlands agave, which is more like your pepper, your minerality, your herbaceousness. But I got a little bit of the highlands where you're going to get a little bit of that sweet agave, which is.
I hate silver, like white tequila. This is amazing.
You love that Blanco?
Yeah, I hate Blanco.
Thank you.
This is amazing.
Thank you.
To me, it always tastes too harsh or too rubbery.
You can get canceled for that.
To say I hate white. I hate white.
Hey.
It is the Blanco.
Blanco. No, this is lovely.
Thank you.
Wow.
It's hard
I'm not
to
just
do.
saying that. I would be honest.
I feel your authenticity in that because it is very hard to do a Blanco well.
And I'm coming off of a cupcake,
I feel
so I was
that
actually.
in my eyes.
You do?
Yeah, like.
Well, do you
it makes everything open up.
Do you get? I have a question for both of you.
Mm-hmm.
When it first hit your palate, did you get pepper or did you get a sweetness? Which one didn't hit you first?
I got a pepper.
You got the pepper
but
first,
not peppery pepper.
How did it finish for you? Did it finish?
I went from heat to sweet.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
right.
the journey from the lowlands agaves that we selected.
Listen to
Heat
this.
to sweet.
Get off me.
Hey.
Listen, how about this?
Jerks.
Heat to sweet, but she started with fuck chicken. She's
I'm opening a
very
hot
versatile.
chicken restaurant here in Nashville. This is my way to pitch it. It's called Fuck Chicken.
heat to sweet.
It's all vegan.
Yeah. How do you? So why does it go from heat to sweet, and why is that something we look for?
So that was the profile magic that I was looking for. I needed a profile that had a little bit of a blend of both of the terroirs of agaves, and one of them is going to produce a little bit more of like that pepper forward profile, and the other one's going to be more sweet forward.
Do you think part of the magic of your tequila is having so much history in baking that your palate, you're like, I know what hits.
Intuition.
Yeah. You're like, I know what hits right.
Intuition or sophistication and education?
It might be all of it.
Ooh.
It might be. I mean, I don't give myself enough credit for what I've absorbed in through the years of just learning. I mean, I feel like I'm 100% always a student of everything that I'm doing.
I feel that way in the gym.
Totally.
I'm always a student.
I'm always
in the gym.
learning.
Dude, I love like walking through there. Like, I'm obviously in from LA and he's training people and I'll always kind of like see what he's doing. I'll watch what Colin's doing. I'm like, I just want to pick up some tricks.
Otherwise, why would our industries be fun if we are stagnant and not learning?
But that's when that goes back to the other thing. It's like when you think you know it all, you've taken yourself right out of the race.
Yeah.
So
the reason why it's great for both cocktails, and I'm not talking just margarita. So this is one thing I want to point out. I have over 50 recipes that I've developed with this tequila. With
that?
Yes. So when you think about anything you might do with vodka, because vodka is a neutral spirit.
Oh, it's like wine. We should switch glasses.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, definitely switch.
Absolutely. So
get out of here, pal.
The profile of that Blanco will act as a canvas for a lemon drop, for a Negroni, for
Stop it.
Even a dirty martini.
Because
Hello.
I am so embarrassed for you, Michaela.
That's a rookie move.
Oh, it's fine. It's just, pick it up. Invite us. We're on the podcast.
Who is it?
It's your wife.
Oh, it is?
Can you put it on speaker?
Oh.
Hang on.
Wait, make sure it's okay. Just.
Leslie's in trouble. Even
Hey,
so.
buddy.
Oh.
Hey.
Wait, you have to talk in your microphone.
Mm.
When are you gonna be home? I miss you.
Oh.
That's so funny.
Stop it.
That's a friend of mine doing an impression.
No, leave it on.
Hey. I'm working right now. I'm having a tequila. Let me call you.
Is it Evie?
Yes, it's Ivy.
It's Ivy.
You say hi, Ivy.
Evie.
How are you?
Hi. How are you? Is this Monroe?
Yeah, I got her off.
Hi.
Hey. You're out of control. Okay.
Oh my gosh, how cute is she?
You good? Are you at home? Are you okay?
Got cupcakes.
In a little while. After the añejo. At half past reposado, okay?
To a 6.
I love you, sweetie.
We have cupcakes for you.
Bye.
Listen.
Oh my gosh. Half past reposado.
You know, Jess texted us.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, and they didn't go to their parties. They didn't go to their school stuff. They're home.
Oh my God.
That was my thing too. It was like, leaving my kids at home. Okay, so now you're gonna drink.
I'm gonna smell again.
Okay, reposado. Okay, so we take the Blanco. Also, you should always judge a brand by its Blanco, which you just did. So if you don't like a brand's Blanco,
I didn't judge it.
I did.
Judge a brand by its Blanco,
I'm
meaning if
drunk
it's
again.
not great, the rest of the expression shouldn't have
Is that
much
true?
to offer you. Yes,
If the Blanco sucks, the rest is out?
No, I'm just saying it's
an
rest is not
indicator.
high. It's an indicator. So basically,
Okay.
the barrels, the Reposado and the Añejo are aged in barrels. So it's only going to get more mellow from there. So you're just mellowing the Blanco out.
Because it's aged longer.
It's aged longer.
And what
So
barrels are you guys using?
we're using Tennessee Jack Daniel's barrels.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's a really nice complement to the Blanco. So on the nose, you got a nice hit. You still get that that
just it's
sweetness,
warmer
that
and
agave,
it's sweeter.
slow cooked. Then you're going to get a little, so it's aged for 4 months. Go ahead. Little introduction. It's going to warm up that spice a little bit. I cannot hide my reactions. No. I'm a huge tequila drinker. This is insane reposado. Oh, it's such a
because
good
lately
reposado.
The ones I used to love, now that I've gotten more sophisticated in my palate.
Yeah, thank you for all those crazy years.
No, I'm like there's too sweet for me now.
Yeah.
You can literally taste the syrup. This is lovely.
Then I attribute that to the profile that I go back to that Blanco. It's like I have 80% more of the savory side of the agave. So like that pepper, that minerality, that herbaceousness. So
I'm hearing you right. You start with the Blanco and you these two come through that.
Yeah, that Blanco then gets put in the barrel. Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Then the wood of that barrel is the only thing that should be then evolving.
That infuses into this.
So there's nothing else added.
That's correct. That is correct.
Is that with all?
With my brand. With Southbound.
Is that with all brands? No.
I mean, it's not with all brands. No.
Okay.
Nope.
But
yeah.
I want to know about your nom number.
Oh yeah.
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 Your what?
There's an indicator on every bottle.
Yeah.
It's your nom number. It literally says NOM.
Yeah, and you were and that is the distillery it's linked to. So I was going to tell you, you were asking me about like, did they, turn my nose up when I wanted to mix drinks with it, right? So that my distillery, they make for lots of brands. So not every brand chooses not to put additives in their tequila.
Okay.
So my distillery had the ability to be able to do everything everything high quality and to not put anything in. And so it's really up to the brand to do that. Mm-hmm. So that's where I get to be in the power seat and say, these are the standards in which we,
I understand.
So
do they push you to add?
Oh no, not at all.
They don't.
It's really more of, that's where I wanted to put the money in. I wanted to put the money in the liquid. So a lot of people want to go cheaper on the liquid.
Meaning if there's more put into it, your tequila stretches into more bottles.
Correct. And also, you're using agaves that, so the reason why people put additives in is because, they may put, they'll choose to harvest their agaves at a much earlier stage. So you have to do something to fix that in post. And so if you go fully mature, it's more expensive.
So you're paying your distillery for more mature agave and to put more of that pure tequila in each bottle.
And
so it's costing you more.
It's costing me more on the liquid part. And so that's why I think a lot of brands don't do that, because it's easier and the consumer won't know the difference.
I understand.
So that's where
it's a conscious cost for you.
Yeah, it's a conscious.
Well, it's funny. Kelly Starrett over at the Ready Stay. Him and Juliet, their daughter spent a summer doing like distribution internship work somewhere, just in between college this summer, and she was working with I believe it was like a distillery, and the amount of money you pay for shipping, alone, just because these are heavy glass bottles full of liquid. Yeah. So you're like, that is such a big cost for especially spirit companies that you were like, okay, well, can we cut costs over here? And that's a place they often cut, is in the bottling process of what goes in.
Yeah, exactly.
So wow.
Yeah, there's lots of little things. Thankfully, I do have a business partner that deals with all the operation side, who's very good at all of that. So thankfully, that's not all on me.
One thing you said that really stood out to me was that
was beyond smooth.
I love that you love it.
Beyond smooth.
So
beyond.
Good.
Well, one thing that stood out to me, you talked about this being a canvas. I didn't think about it. So it's like if I think about painting, right? So if your base is that canvas is different, the ingredients you put in, because you were saying any vodka drink, like you said, could be made. So this would be like, I'd imagine like a great tequila Negroni, even though it's a traditional gin drink. I love a Negroni.
So good. Okay, so the way I make a Negroni, have you ever heard of Pilla Select? It's the Campari or Aperol replacement. Okay. So it is so good. That Blanco is so good in a Negroni. So I make it with Pilla Select, which you can use Campari, and then I do the vermouth. Isn't that what it is? The vermouth. I use the Carpana Antica is my favorite. Yes. Okay. Carpana Antica, the Pilla Select, and it's all equal parts with that Blanco. I think he wants to hand you that anyhow.
Oh, thank you.
It is such a great Negroni. But it is a canvas. So what I love about it is that, again, it's complex enough to sit by itself, but it works well with works so well with any flavor palette. And most tequilas are too overpowering, to make anything beyond a margarita. So that's where I honed in specifically, was on that profile.
What gave you the confidence to say, yep, that's how it's going to be? Like, for me, I find I can get 90% of the way in a decision, and then I get a little bit paralyzed on what's the next step, or this is a final answer. And what gives you that push to the extra 10% in my case? Like, what gets you
actually saying, yes, this is the profile?
Yes, this is the profile. Yes,
or
that's
yes,
the
I'm
label.
Gonna make it to you. Gosh.
Every step of the way, right?
Yeah, what's that saying? A good artist knows when to put down the brush. So how did you know when you got to where, because how do you go, this is perfect, this is perfect?
I'm still practicing trusting my first instinct. I think that that's a lifelong practice, but the profile was very easy for me. Like, after I had gone through about 20 iterations, every time because I told them, I was like, I'm going to first mix this into my base margarita recipe, and I'm going to see how it plays. Then I'm going to sip it on its own. And it took about 20 iterations to get to the right profile Blanco. That I knew immediately. I could always tell if something was off, or if something wasn't going to be great. Like, I always could tell. So for me, that was the only one. That was it once I got to it. When it came to like the label part, when it comes to like making like marketing decisions and things like that, which I'm primarily driving in the company, it is hard all the time because there's so many voices and there's so many different ways you can go.
So is that what you mean by first instinct? Did you find like you had an instinct on something and then you went around the block for a while, then you're like, nah.
I know more what I don't like more than I know what is.
But that's
absolutely,
those are answers too, though.
They are answers.
Yeah.
And so it's constantly practicing my intuition. And we get those options out throughout the day. Like, for example, I'll give you one. I had to give myself a B12 shot.
How'd that go?
Well, so,
yeah.
And so last night I was like, I asked my doctor, I was like, hey, can I give this to myself? She wanted me to give it to myself at night. And I was like, I feel like I might get a little too energized. Should I do it in the morning? She was like, you're going to be fine. So I gave it to myself last night.
Oh.
I knew.
Yeah.
I woke up. I was awake.
You could have texted me.
I was awake from 1 a.m. till 5 a.m.
Oh.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was like, see, that was another practice of intuition. I already knew my answer.
Oh, I see.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Not even just with your companies, like just with yourself. Like this.
With myself, I get practices all the time to listen to that voice. And so it's really just fine tuning, like listening to my own voice instead of outsourcing consensus.
Did you use the time constructively?
I did. I thought about this podcast the entire night.
No, but you don't say like, no. But like some people go, you used to read, if you can't go to sleep, like if you miss that
window,
that loop in the window, you go, well, I'm up. I might as well do X, Y, Z.
I want to watch reruns of ER.
I laid there with my eyes closed for the entire time because I knew that rest with my eyes closed was going to be more productive
100%
than doing anything on my phone. So I did that. Then I was like, oh my gosh, forget it. It's 5 o'clock. I might as well go get up and start. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back and I'm going to try to go back to sleep because I know that with this podcast and what I have going on the rest of the day, I've got to rest.
Yeah.
And I was able to sleep for a few more hours. And I was like, oh my gosh, I rode the B12 wave.
Did the doc try to cop out and say, look, it's not the B12, it's your hormones?
I have not talked to the doc yet.
Okay.
Well, we're going to let her know.
Yeah, we'll see where that
it's my own fault. I mean, I knew. But anyway, yeah, it's really about just gut instinct of like, okay. But some decisions are just, to this day, just really hard to make.
Question on your recipe creation. Do you get in a certain ingredient mode where you go, I feel like this ingredient is really serving me. I've created this. Is it one recipe? You do it and then you step back and you go, it's done. Like maybe I would picture an artist, they create their masterpiece or when they put the brush down, they go done and then they chill, or do they go right into the next painting? Like if you create a great, say it's a cupcake, say it's a cocktail.
Yeah.
Do you then go, all right, I made that one, check, done, moving on? Or do you keep tweaking that one and make versions of it?
Okay, that's funny. Two things. I constantly have changed my margarita recipe. Like I probably have like 45 iterations, and I know you're like, what in the world? Like, isn't there just one? No, there's not, because like I just feel like there is if somebody shows me a recipe and they use 1 ounce of lime in there, I'm going to tell you that's too tart. That's too much.
Okay, so tell us your current favorite margarita recipe.
Okay, so well, it depends. Do you like it spicy or do you like it without spice?
I would go spicy.
Spicy. We want spicy.
Okay, so that's going to be 1.5 ounces of Blanco infused with chopped jalapeno. And then you're going to do, I think it's half of an ounce of lime juice, half of an ounce of Cointreau. Because that you need for the spice. I don't need Cointreau in my regular margarita, but you do need it for the jalapeno to give that little orange. That orange, like it pulls the flavor.
Okay. Cointreau is the square bottle with the orange top, right?
Yeah, but you can also use Combier. I like that. Okay. It's clean and it is a little bit cheaper than Cointreau, but it's nice. I've tested it both. And then what did I say? Oh, and then I only use light blue agave for my sweetener. So I never use regular cane sugar or anything like that.
Because why?
Well, I love that it complements the tequila because it's made from the same plant, but it also is, and you'll look into this for me, but it also doesn't raise your blood sugar level like cane sugar does in the same way.
Agave, ChatGPT that.
I'm doing
light blue agave. I think it has a lower index.
Like a
does light blue agave raise blood sugar?
Oh, we're bringing in the chat.
Does light blue agave raise your blood sugar to the same degree that
cane sugar does?
Oh boy, I'm on pins and needles. And then if it does, I like the flavor better.
No, light blue agave does not raise blood sugar as quickly or as sharply as cane sugar, but it's still sugar and still has metabolic consequences. So why it raises blood sugar differently? Cane sugar, aka sucrose, is 50% glucose and 50% fructose. Agave nectar is 60 to 80% fructose, much less glucose. So cane is 50-50, whereas then it's much lower. Oh.
So the other thing is that, like, when you're drinking margaritas at the restaurant, they're never using light blue agave. Like probably 90% of the time they're using cane sugar, and that's going to give you a hangover if you have a high quality tequila.
Yeah, we used to hear, and then of course we repeated. It's the hangover, the feeling you're feeling that's so terrible is as much from the sugar as it is from the alcohol.
Yeah.
You were talking about glycemic index for anybody that kind of follows and tracks that for themselves. So the agave, the light blue agave, is a 10 to 27 marker, whereas the cane sugar is 60 to 65. So quite a difference on that glycemic index scale.
So I never use cane sugar.
On this one. I'm smelling.
Are we on the añejo?
I just want to point out, Gunner's been he's got little bits left in all of his cups. I have downed all of my tequila.
And you have kept it so, like, I couldn't even tell.
After the first 2 sips, you can clearly tell I'm drunk. And then I really settle a little into my alcoholism and I get better. And I'm like, what?
What? Your questions get spicier. I love it.
Yeah. Okay,
so the añejo is aged. So to be an añejo, it has to be aged for over a year, but under 3 years. I only went 15 months in the barrel because the thing about the barrel is that it can overwhelm the agave. In tequila, you always want the agave to be the shining character in that profile.
Whoa, this is remarkably richer.
Yeah, so to go from 4 months to 15 months, it's all you need, in my opinion.
So then how did you like...
I'm terrible.
Did you like tap the barrel and taste it at 12 months, 13, 14? You're like, that's it.
Yeah. In the certain trips that I went to, I could try the different variations because there was enough time.
You have to.
And so to me, to go any further than 15 was just a little too overwhelming. You taste too much of the barrel.
Yeah.
And
if you taste too much of the barrel, and look, my taste buds are... I beat them to hell in college with jalapenos. I'm not saying it tastes like a bourbon, but there's more of a...
You get that character of it.
Like the whiskey character, correct?
From that charred barrel,
To that point, have you thought about Mezcal, and is that much different? Because I always think about Mezcal as like a summer bourbon, because you do get that smoky. And it was so funny. My massage therapist, Ruben, is all like, Mezcal is medicinal and it's like really good for your joints. So I'm like, I'm drinking Mezcal every weekend.
I guess that's what I need to be doing.
You know what I mean? So, but is there
another like skew that I'm thinking of? So if anything, I'm going to Mexico at the beginning of March, and I'm going to taste what my Blanco tastes like as a still strength. So that's like 100 proof.
Oh.
So I'm just going to see what that's like. I don't have an interest in doing an extra añejo because, as you can tell, just with the conversation, I don't want to go any longer than that. Mezcal is interesting because it's a completely different
plant, right?
Yeah. I mean, typically, you can use blue agave with it, but it's like all the other agave varietals, and it's a completely different cooking method. And so I have never personally loved Mezcal. I haven't found my agave varietal that I'm really drawn to. And I go to Mezcal bars, anytime I can in New York or wherever I'm traveling, because I want to learn from that, mixologist that knows about and I'm learning like, okay, if I look at this agave varietal, I think I can like Mezcal, but I can't access it. It's not as accessible.
I see what you mean.
To be consistently like, so I have to really love something if I'm going to put myself into it. I would love to do like, advice? Oh, exactly. Don't do it for the people.
Don't do it. You're like, I should add a SKU because Jen said it was cool. It's like, I don't love it. I'm not doing it.
The only other SKU I could also think of is like, as much as I've worked on these recipes and as much as my friends are like, yay, now we have a recipe, people really don't want to go through the process of making it at home for so I would think like maybe like a pre-batched cocktail.
Oh yeah.
It'd be kind of fun.
100%. Maybe like a healthy high noon.
Healthier,
like I see these like the Greyhounds in the containers, and I'm like, it's full of sugar.
Yeah.
It's undrinkable.
But even the ranch waters in the cans, you still go, I just know caliber wise, that's coming in below the mark.
Listen, I pay, what is it, for a 6-pack of Boochcraft. I love Boochcraft. It's hard kombucha.
Ooh, not tried it.
Oh, lots of fun.
I have a kombucha cocktail, by the way.
Oh, see, there you go. But I like them because they're like 5 to 7% alcohol.
Yeah.
And so you can kind of sip, you can do ice or not, but I'll pay $16, $18 for a 6-pack. And I'm happy to do it. Because I would rather, and I'd rather have that. And if you can keep the quality of the tequila up and have that flavor profile, it's not too sweet, which by the way, anyone can always add. If somebody really wants their cocktail a little sweeter, they can open up your pre-made cocktail and then stir a little in if they really wanted to.
Exactly.
But for people like us, oh my God, what a blast.
Yeah, that would be
like just a pack, especially like I like going outdoors, I'm hiking, I'm in my camper van. I just want to crack and go. I'm not going to doing any mixology. There's no sliced jalapenos in my camper, at my tent site.
I want to go back to the mezcal because I've tried it. I've tried it and I've tried to like it and I cannot get there. My brother-in-law, Sean, who I love.
Hi, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
Hi, Shawnee Boo Boo.
We love you, baby.
Shawnee Mac. He likes mezcal. Like he does an affinity for it. He would choose it over, and I would never. I don't have a dislike. It's just never been my jam. But I also go back to, and I'm dating myself, but at least I'm dating. So.
Do you know how many times I've heard that joke over the last 15
it was fresh for me.
Years?
So yay for you. Fresh for me, so yay for you.
Oh, Gunner. Oh.
But mezcal used to be the drink with the worm in it.
Yep.
But
yeah.
Is that or worms done? Is that bad form now? You get canceled for eating a worm?
I've never personally eaten a worm, and I haven't been to Mexico where I've seen a worm in a bottle. But I will say, did you know that mezcal is the original? Like tequila is actually mezcal.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, tequila.
I knew that, but then I also knew that it differentiated itself back in the day because it had the worm in the bottle.
Yeah, I think that's true too. We might have to chat that, but I think you're right.
But are worms
I think
not de rigueur anymore? Are they gone?
PETA stepped in on those. They were sad about the worm.
I'm gonna go with that.
I don't think they're doing it. I think it was like a kitschy thing. I think in Mexico at like Cabo Cantina they're doing it, but I don't think.
Have you ever seen one in the U.S.?
Yeah, in college.
I've never. Oh, never.
Oh yeah.
But
I haven't gone looking for one now, but I know that was a thing.
Yeah, that was a thing. But I do think it originated with mezcal because that was the original. That was the original foundation of what we know as tequila.
Mezcal worm is actually moth larva, which is sometimes included in bottles. Mezcal practice is not an ancient tradition, but rather a marketing strategy that began in the 1940s to differentiate mezcal from tequila and attract curious consumers.
Yeah, well, he was in college in 48, 49. I know, ageism. I'm never going to let it go. I would like to know from you what a marker of success would be for you in the next 6 months or a year, and like a 5-year. I think you have really big vision. And I think a lot of people, including myself, get stuck. Like, I know I can be somewhere great in 10 years, but what's happening right now that helps you really stay efforting on that path and feeling confident about the ultimate vision?
Yeah. 2 things would be to protect my creative side. That can get swallowed up really, really fast. And when you're running a business, and it's no different in this business that I'm in currently, just like it did with Ivy Cake. Like you were asking me earlier, like, you know, do you just move on with your creativity? Like if I create a cocktail, I usually switch what I'm creating that has nothing to do with work. That keeps me like really energized. And it's typically if I have like a really like chaotic day and I don't know what to do next, I'll typically pull out a head of cauliflower and try to create something really beautiful and nutritious. That's
a sentence that's never been said before.
I love my cauliflower.
When I don't know what to do next, I pull out a head of cauliflower.
I do. I'm a vegetarian, and at times I am in a phase where I'm a vegetarian right now, but I know it's funny, but I get passionate about like my veggies.
It's really funny. I did not think that's how you were going to answer this question.
No, wait. So that's the okay. So protect my creativity, which means not everything is about business, and to protect where I feel like I'm recharging, and to keep it separate from business. For business, my goal is to go deep and wide with Southbound in the markets that I'm in to really win Nashville.
Heck yeah.
And there's still a lot of winning to do. So thanks for talking to Craig soon.
I'm talking to Craig.
One account at a time.
I am taking Southbound to Craig.
So if we're
tonight.
taking one bottle, we should take the silver, right?
I think you should always start with the silver. Either that or the Reposado. I think both of them are a great place to start with the foundation of the brand. But for me, like the marker of success is the day-to-day is so necessary with anything I'm doing to build this brand. And so going deep and wide, my goal is to go nationwide if that makes sense for the brand. It doesn't have to, but that's where I want to go.
Yeah.
And that's going to take some time. And I'm almost 3 years into this, or I can't remember. It's not, I think so. 2.5 years in.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
If it all comes from Mexico, is it a Nashville brand?
It is. We are on the back of our bottle because it's imported in, and we are. Our business is registered in the U.S.
So your ideas, your formulations, your tweaks and turns and twists on the business came from Nashville. So taking a product from there.
Yeah, the founder's story lives here.
Okay.
And the founder's story is here. The whole reason behind why it exists started here.
Okay.
With my whole journey with trying to find the perfect tequila, then going to Mexico to get it. But also the tie back to the Tennessee whiskey barrels is also that touchback.
To me, that's what differentiates it. Maybe that is the flavor on my palate. Again, can't speak to that, but I would say because you're aging it in Tennessee barrels, that makes it, to me, even more authentically a Tennessee product.
Yeah.
That's cool. If I'm a local restaurant, if I were serving tequila here at the gym, which I'm not yet, it would be a Tennessee brand. I like that. I like staying
and
true to that.
A lot of brands do that as well, because like, for example, not to bring up another tequila, but I think it's a great example, but like Lalo, that's like more of a nationwide tequila now. And they started their roots in Austin. They were known for being in Austin. And so same thing here. It's like, to have my tequila be won over by the whole city of Nashville would be a huge success story.
It's a great first step. I mean, it's crazy when you bring
for the brand on a national
I can't
level.
tell you how many people have gifted me a bottle of Lalo.
Yeah.
Because it's quality, it's the price point, all these things that make it a really great way to a gifting tequila, and how that's kind of a precedent that's been set that you can replicate, maybe even do better. That's really cool. I have to tell you. Go ahead.
No, I would say, but Southbound, like you just said,
it's far better. I don't like. I
can't mix with Lalo.
Whoever's listening, thank you for the Lalo. I really don't like it. Please stop giving it to me.
She'll only receive Southbound as a gift.
Correct.
But I would say this. So you just said that would be a huge win for you if the city of Nashville adopted it, and it's a huge success story for you. I look at that and go, that's a huge success story for the city of Nashville.
Thank you.
Right? Because it boosts. No, I mean that because it's like, it's you're boosting the city. The city boosts your brand, but your brand is boosting the city. And then it's more things that are about this city. And it doesn't have to be things only that have been around for, 100 years or 80 years or 50 years. It's like you said, 3 years. But cool, get in on the ground floor.
Right.
Cool to know.
Yeah, but 100 years starts now.
Yeah, exactly.
I want my kids to go, oh, my dad drank that back in the day. This is what we have at the house. And, it's a Nashville house, and I think that's cool.
The hospitality world in Nashville has grown so much.
Totally.
Like, it's huge, and getting their buy-in, it just takes time. But, we're a brand that's growing in other markets. And so like, I would love for Nashville to be just so proud. And I think they are, but it's just a slow growing process. But like we are, I'm in all of the Total Wines in California, Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico. Okay. All of those carry all of my SKUs. Great. And so, and then in Florida at the beginning of, soon to be, we're going to be in all the Publix liquors. So, we're growing, and we're in 2 markets in Canada. We're a growing brand, but I'm still like, we got to be claimed
so
by
then
Nashville.
For anybody that lives in Nashville, is it Nashville County? Like when you go to your restaurants,
ask for Southbound.
Yeah. That's how you can help move the needle for you, right? Exactly. Go to your bar, ask for it.
Yeah. Or threaten them, whatever you want, whatever route you want.
Absolutely available to all of us is to threaten others.
Whatever path you got in your
My
back
dad
pocket.
used to tell me when I was little, intimidation is a valid form of communication.
I'm not good at it, but you can be.
I really want to tell you, you struck a chord with me when I asked you the question initially, and you said about protecting your creativity, and like if you're not creating, it takes energy away from you and from the business. And I've been in a personal stretch lately where there's been a high demand on my time and my expertise, and it's been and projects I'm doing, and it's almost like a lot of good things happening at once. Mm-hmm. But I found that the last week, I wasn't a great trainer. I was a good one, and even in my women's lifting class, shout out to my girls, I had my assistant trainer who's like learning, and she is so not an assistant. We're like a 2-headed monster. Johnny's amazing. But I was like, I need you to head coach today. Like, I don't have it. And everybody thought it was kind of cute because she's like, everyone, this is my assistant coach, Jen, today. But I realized that's my favorite time of the week. And I didn't have the energy for it. I didn't have anything left. And so when you realize your whether your choices, your system, your routine is pulling you outside of what refills your energy, you have to look at yourself. So thanks for saying that. You're because welcome. I'm really looking at myself now from when you said that. I'm like, I need to go to the engine room and kind of like turn some knobs and change some things up, because what is refilling my cup I've been pulled away from, and I can feel it affecting a lot of areas of what's most important to me and what excites me the most. Yeah. Because I feel like those classes are my lab. It's my kitchen in your case.
Yeah.
And so thank you for saying that.
Think of energy, and the way I think of energy is that it's on a budget.
Yeah.
So if you to give too much away, or if you're thinking like this is going to be great and saying yes is no big deal, it's taking something from your budget.
Well, I will tell you, I like the budget idea, and I bet Gunnar would agree with me, I really don't operate with a budget. We're pretty endless. Like, I feel like I'm a generator. I do not tap out. I don't have a bottom. I don't have a limit. Yeah. And yet I'm finding I may actually, there is a cost to going too far. And maybe this is me finding those limits for the first time and really realizing the kind of, even just coming in this week to film these podcasts, it's like, I need to be here the right way. Yeah. Not with like the wheels wobbling. Yeah. So just thank you.
That. Yeah, you're welcome.
I have a question, and this is going to be what the people watching want to know. Okay. How does someone who bakes and drinks stay fit and in shape? You're a tiny person.
I'm my Filipino mom.
Yeah. This is why you're so lovely. My favorite people on the planet are Filipino. This is why you're lovely. Oh, my best friend in LA, Emmy.
Hi, Emmy.
Hi, Emmy.
Yes.
So what do you so what's your, how do you balance? Because we talked about balance, and again, we started this because of we were aware and outspoken about our own paths of balance. Mm-hmm. What's your balance? How do you stay balanced?
Okay, so
how do you keep your shit together?
How do you do it? I know. I don't. Okay, there's the short answer. I don't. So for those of you that relate to that, but I do have rituals for sure. After I had my second baby, she's almost going to be 8. I live out in the country, as you know. I don't have access to like going to a gym. It's not easy. I used to run all the time. That used to be my go-to when I would live in a neighborhood. I can't do that now because
treadmill or outdoors?
Outdoors.
Okay.
And I hate running on a treadmill. It's the worst in my opinion. But I have a treadmill. So anyway, now that I can't step outside and run because I kind of live on a hill, it's not easy to get like distance. After I had my second baby, I was like, how am I going to work out? Everybody had a room in the house. So I didn't have a spot for a little gym or anything like that. I started doing a little bit of a workout in my closet. And I was like, it's something, And then I realized, I could put it beside my bed. And so I put some weights in like my like dresser drawer next to it. And I was like, I was working out and Carrie Underwood, have you ever heard of her? Mm-hmm. She has like an app. It's called Fit 52.
Oh,
and so
that.
Yeah, and
Fit 52. Fit 52 weeks. I get
52,
it.
and it's like cards, and it's like a pickup.
Oh, funny.
And you can do anyway.
Creative.
So I had this app, and I was like, okay, I can do this, and so I did that. Anyway, then my daughter got out of her little room when she had a crib in there, and so then I built out a little gym in there. It's really tiny. I'm just saying minimal, and I think that's really kept me like. In sort of a routine at home. Like I work out at home and I feel like I'm in sort of like a midlife workout mode. So I'm only like working out like 20 or 30 minutes. Like it's really light.
It's cool.
I barely sweat.
How often a week?
4 times a week.
It's rad.
Very light.
Do you bake, mix drinks, or work out more?
I don't actually bake at home that often.
You don't?
Isn't that funny? I've gotten back into it now that it's not about work.
Yeah.
I cook and make drinks, and then bake is the third. I think it's even all across. I think it's all even, and I don't drink every day.
Did you have a misconception that you needed to do more,
Yes.
more working out than you thought, and you're like, wait, 20 minutes is cool?
I worked myself through that because there was a lot of like judgment and like I'm not doing enough.
Personal judgment,
and
I see that a lot.
Exactly, and I was like, nope. It's more of that back to that intuition. I really feel like this is actually the best for me.
You know what shifted for me in my 40s is I used to be like, yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever. Like I would just work out every day. And now I need a day in between. I do better. My body responds better if I hit like a workout Monday, and Tuesday, I'm just walking or rucking and doing steps. Wednesday, go for it. Thursday, off. I find that if I get a day in between, I've really done better. But I didn't for the longest time. I was judging myself just because I was like,
totally,
you're a trainer, man. You should be at the gym. You should be. And I'm like, no, I want the time. And I cannot tell you how much better I feel with the day off. And I feel like it's easier to maintain my waistline with the off days, than I did when I was pushing through hardcore every day.
And it's a trap when you do have that judgment and it gets stuck inside because it filters into your like work life and your family life. Like that mood and attitude is everywhere. Mm-hmm. Like if you don't,
it permeates.
It does. Yeah. So then, I really try to eat consciously and consume alcohol consciously. I think I'm really balanced with alcohol and with eating.
How many nights a week do you drink? Like have a cocktail?
Maybe twice.
I'm probably at 5.
Well, I definitely have had phases where I'm at 5. Just right now, I'm definitely less.
But so I grew up in Europe, and it was wine at night.
And wine is like your water at dinner.
But I don't mess with the red. That's just never been my jam.
Yeah.
But my wife has a glass of wine, I would say 4 to 5 nights a week.
Yeah.
But she can also have a glass of wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's funny. I lean towards a mezcal now more than wine. It's weird. It's something. Women used to tell me about it. Like, you get into your 40s, it changes. I'm like, no, it's not going to change. Wine hits me differently.
I can't drink wine.
I felt
same.
I felt differently after wine last night, and I tested because I'm in testing this Whoop tracker. If I have mezcal or a tequila, anytime during the day or night, as long as I stop around like dinner time, I'm done at like 8. I sleep like a baby, no disruption, no stress in my sleep.
Ooh, nice.
1 glass of wine at your house last night, G.
Shit.
I was fucked. I will show you the spike of stress. I was like, all I did.
Like heart rate.
Oh my God. High. But from wine. So I tend to, but like I'll do a mezcal and it's just, and do it neat and it's perfect.
See, we're learning. We're taking ownership.
I'm learning what my body wants. So
Exactly. Yeah.
Like your body is talking to you. I don't know why people aren't listening.
My wife made a great chicken last night. She wanted a glass of wine. I had a glass of wine. I didn't know it was a big deal. I will have if I'm going to have a cocktail, it's going to be a tequila or a vodka, and it's going to be on the rocks.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just going to be.
Are you going to get do you get a martini when you go out to dinner? Like, what's tonight going to look like?
Yeah, what are you going to get tonight? Since you can't get Southbound yet.
I can't get
Bottle
Southbound
service,
yet.
we're going to bring it.
I'm going to have Dolph Lundgren's hard cut vodka.
Yeah.
Do they have hard cut there yet? No.
We'll see. It would be a vodka because there was a time when I wanted to be a whiskey guy because I thought that was the thing. And
I know.
And it's just hard. I struggle with that. Then I tried Scotch, and I used to train a woman. You may know her, Sasha Gray, and she was a Scotch person, and I called her. I said, "What Scotch do I get?" And she gave me this whole list, and I was like, "I probably still have the bottles at home. It just never came anything. I'm not a gin guy. I can't. It's vodka or tequila, and I go through phases where it's a year of tequila, and then it's off, and it's vodka more like in the summer, and then I go, oh, it's fall." Tequila's perfect, and it goes all the way through the spring and then maybe into the summer, and it's just easy. But again, it's once, twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one.
I know we're getting to the end here, but there's this great moment in there's a new Anaconda out with Paul Rudd and Jack Black, and it's hilarious. Hold on, I'm going to whisper into Gunner's ear because I don't want to spoil.
Yeah,
because like awesome. In the original Anaconda, it was like J-Lo and John Voight and Ice-T, and so this idea is like these are like kids that grew up together that had always dreamed of making an Anaconda sequel. It's ridiculous. It's just seriously like slapstick, stupid humor. So of course, I buy the movie from Apple. I'm like, I can't wait to watch this thing, and you're just laughing the whole time. But there's a point where Steve Zahn in the movie, who's one of my favorite comedians, he's so funny. I guess he's been like fired off a lot of jobs in this film. His character has been having like drug or drinking problems, and he's like, "Hey man, I'm getting better. I'm Buffalo sober now." And Paul Rudd goes, "Oh, good for you." And the other character's like, "But Buffalo sober?" He's like, just beer and wine and some of the clear liquors. Not all of them though. And so I've just been telling all my friends that I'm Buffalo sober. I'm like, just beer and wine.
Yeah.
And some of the clear liquors.
You got a path.
Because I'm not doing whiskey anymore.
We asked Hugh Hauser. Hugh Hauser said, he goes, "Yeah, I don't drink."
Yeah.
And then he goes, "But when we go to dinner, I'll have a martini." Like, you just said
you don't drink.
So no, but it was interesting. I was like, oh, that's fun. So I wish I could be that kind of drinker. I just to like, the one for the occasion, but
no, but let me just also say that during the ice storm that we just recently had, I drink every night.
Yeah.
Starting at 3.
What else we're going to do?
So just so you know.
My dad is 80.
I know how to shut it down, but I know how to.
He starts hitting Jack Daniels at or tequila at like 3 o'clock. Same thing.
Oh, yeah. And then I was like, oh, I got a recipe develop. And
you're like, I'm got work to do.
Okay, I can always have that.
Ivey, you were awesome to come. You were awesome to bring gifts.
You guys are awesome.
I can tell you that Southbound will be served the next time you have a seat at the kids' table.
Always.
How about we leave a set here and just everybody always
done.
Yes. Can I? I'm going to write my name on a bottle though. We'll put it here.
Done.
Oh my God, I kind of want to like set them up behind us.
Oh my gosh, I love your vision. Mm-hmm. You guys are amazing. Thanks for having me.
He always says, Jen, you're such a visionary.
You are.
Yeah, so it's wild
I've never said that. Don't forget to hydrate, lift heavy, and call your mom. Actually, after listening to us, call the priest.
Please like and subscribe and comment, even if you only mildly enjoyed yourself.